How can I tell if my fear is warning me away or if it's an obstacle I need to overcome? This is such a great question. Yeah. So, how do we discern the difference between a fear that is coming from our higher self that is actually asking us to use caution in our own highest good and stay away from that thing? Or how do we know if this is just something, this fear is of our own making, and that this is something we need to push through in order to learn something? So good. This is perhaps one of the most challenging things to learn to do, to discern the difference between what I call a personality-based fear and a fear that's coming from our most basic self. So we have this part that I like to sometimes call the beast, which is our very basic self. And this part is plugged in to our higher self, our super consciousness, and it's plugged into nature. So it has an awareness of everything around it, an extrasensory perception, if you will, that is bigger and greater than our own. So sometimes when you're moving through life, you'll just get this fear, and it will register in your body as a fear before you are even consciously aware of any thoughts. This is a kind of fear that is a warning. This is where you'll get like a prickle in the back of your neck or just this feeling of fear washing over you. That I want you to pay attention to, because that's your body's way of saying alert, danger. When this happens for me, I get it without the fear. I get it just as information, just as kind of a wave of sensory awareness. And I perk up and I follow the guidance immediately. The guidance might say, go the other way, or cross the street, or don't go into this friendship or business arrangement. When I follow that instinct, I always am led in my highest and greatest good. Now, I never know what it is that I'm missing out on, but that thing is protecting me and leading me toward safety and my highest good. The fear that comes from your personality is going to be a little bit different. You might have an idea or a guidance where initially you feel a great joy. Maybe it's a new project, or maybe it's the desire to travel, or maybe it's a new relationship coming your way, or a new job. Whatever that thing is, it's initially going to light you up. And then right on the heels of that is going to come all of these fears. These fears are going to say, oh, you can't do that because blah, blah, blah. Or, oh, that's too dangerous. Or, oh, that's too scary. Or, oh, that's out of your comfort zone. Or, oh, you don't really want to stretch that far. These are fears that are coming from your personality. These are fears that I absolutely encourage you to listen to. First of all, gather information, say to those fears, tell me more about that. And then listen to what that fear has to say. And it'll say, because blah, blah, blah. And then ask it, why? And it'll say, well, because, and it'll go deeper. Why? And then it'll go deeper. You're going to get to very core issues. Issues related to your self-esteem, issues related to not feeling enough in the world, issues related to not feeling capable in the world. This is going to be your stuff, your spiritual curriculum that I highly encourage you to get into and then get over. So another way to approach this might be to do some forward fantasy. Think about doing the thing and lean into it in your mind's eye as if it's actually happening, and check in with your body and see how you feel. If you feel aligned and centered, then chances are good that doing this thing, going in this direction, is going to be in your highest good. If you feel off course in any way, that's an indication that that thing is probably not going to be in your highest good. Learning discernment, how to discern the difference between a soul-based impetus and a personality fear, takes time. Just keep working with it. There's no way to blow it, because if you move in the direction of a fear, you're going to get information later on that this is off course, and you can course correct at any time. So be fearless moving forward with your decision making, and just know that coming into discernment takes practice. Many blessings of joy, excellent discernment, and vibrant freedom.